Hey everyone, welcome to the Withering Effect. This is episode 44, and today's date is May 11th, 2020, and I am Duds, or Duds versus known to the rest of the interwebs.
And I'm Jimbo, also known as Jimbo Slice 23. How's your week so far, Duds?
It's been busy. So last week I was in a mad rush to finish an episode that was basically a week late. And I had to get it done before the weekend because I basically just tore apart my office. If you're in the Discord, I post some pictures of my office every once in a while. But I've got the foam sound panels that were taped to the wall with what they called wall-safe tape. But these panels were starting to fall off the wall. So I was like, well, this wall-safe tape's not very sticky. So I decided to build these nice, like, picture frame-esque things to hold my foam panels. And as I'm taking the wall-safe tape off the wall, it just ripped the wall apart.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so to put it in perspective, I had 24 panels with 2 pieces of tape each, 48 holes. Not all of them left holes. About 60% of them did.
60% weren't so safe on the wall.
Right. Well, after about the third one, I broke out the pocket knife, and I was just gently starting to peel it off. So, it was not fun. But the panels are up on the wall right now. I'm looking at them. I think they look really good. I'm actually going to end up building one more panel, I think, to fill the spot right next to me in hopes that the sound echo, like I'm seeing it in the Audacity right now, it's a lot higher than it usually is. So I'm going to have to try to clean that up.
I was just going to say how good they look. There's pictures in the Discord of these panels if you guys haven't seen it. They look really good. And the whole office setup. Put that in there too. Looks really good, man.
Thanks. And it's not done yet. I still have a lot more stuff to put up on the wall. But the way the studs in the wall are, they're not normal for some reason. So, like these bigger, heavier shelves I've designed and built, they're meant to go into the stud. But now the brackets don't line up with the stud here like they did at the apartment. So I now have to get like drywall anchors and stuff to hold it in. But
I've been there.
Yeah. Other than that, not too much Minecraft. Once I finished the episode and got my walls fixed, I bought Jedi Fallen Order on May 4th last week, and I haven't got to play it till this weekend. And I played the crap out of it this weekend. I love it. Yeah,
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm a giant Star Wars nerd. So playing the game, it really does feel like just another Star Wars movie. A good Star Wars movie, I should say. I have a couple complaints. So originally I played it like on the medium difficulty. And then I learned I was not that good of a gamer. So I had to bump it down to the easy level. Which I don't care. The Star Wars game, I didn't want it to be hard and difficult. I just wanted to have fun with it. And that's what I'm doing. If I go back and play it later again, I'll probably bump the difficulty up again just to see if I can do it.
Gotta get your buttons down and all the feel for it. Yep.
When you play Minecraft for years, going into a new game that has completely different controls, it's very weird. So learning the controls and everything, and a lot of the game is parkour, which I'm not a fan of, but yeah,
you think it'd be like a fighting going through the levels or the stages, fighting enemies.
Well, they like present it as an open world, like, hey, you can do whatever you want here, but it's really not. It's hey, you can only parkour this direction, but we want you to think you can go that way.
But there's a set path,
for the most part. You can kind of tell when you're going the wrong direction. So, But, I played it a lot. There's a lot of cool customization stuff going on, designing your own lightsaber, things like that.
Oh, that's neat.
But the biggest clothing thing they have in there for customization is a poncho, which has to be like the worst clothing design item in real life. So to base your biggest customization factor on one of the worst looking articles of clothing already is kind of weird. But other than that, I've had a lot of fun with it. And a lot of the world design lends itself to my creative juices from Minecraft. So that's really cool too. Like I'm playing on Kashyyyk now, and I'm just like, oh, this is so cool. I would love to be able to build that and that and that. But that's kind of it for my week, man. What have you been up to?
Well, I had doctor's appointment,
Mm-hmm.
follow up on my surgery, and everything looks good. He
Awesome.
said that the retina's laying flat now. There's no fluid underneath of it. Everything looks clear. The lens is clear, which is pretty rare, like I mentioned last week. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'll see him within a month, I think it is,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll see from there. It's usually a week after surgery. I go in and there's always a little tear or there's a little hole right here, and
Yeah.
there's some scarring over here that could tear. And but this is the first time I've actually got good news a week after surgery. So fingers
Awesome.
crossed everything goes well.
So
And
you're getting that Terminator eye in a month, right?
yeah, with X-ray vision, laser sight. I
Hey,
got it.
X-ray vision's a double sword. There's some things you don't want to see.
Yeah, yeah, right. Maybe it has an on and off button, like this
Mm-hmm.
RTX. I do want to mention the RTX voice that I was bragging about last week.
Mm-hmm.
It's very cool. There was some issues with like some popping noises. Carl had to edit it out. Now you couldn't hear it, neither could I. But this is something. Just want to
But
let you
Carl
guys know.
heard it.
Yeah, Carl would. He would hear it, but
Yeah.
that's why he's where he is.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's a producer.
Yeah, because I don't hear it when you're talking to me. I never heard one popping sound. So
No, and when I recorded it and listened back, I've never heard anything like that. But he caught it, good catch, and turned it down a little bit. You can fluctuate the suppression on it, so I've turned it
Mhm.
down a little bit. It's still really clear, so just want to note to everyone, if you do plan on doing the RTX voice, that might be something to look out for. But besides that, I got my CPU in the mail, right?
Mhm.
Finally convinced my wife to get the CPU. So it came in the mail, still waiting on the thermal paste. Don't know what the issue is with this thermal paste.
The CPU
So,
didn't come with thermal paste, by the way.
well, it comes with a Wraith cooler,
Uh-huh.
and on the cooler the paste is already put on there. And I didn't plan on
Yeah.
using that cooler. I have another cooler, unless
Gotcha.
this one is considered better, but I don't think it is. I think my other cooler is better than this one. So
What's
I'm
your other
still
cooler?
it's a master box cooler, or not master, master cooler. I can't see it right now. The computer's facing the other way, so I can't really tell you exactly.
Okay.
Uh, I may have to tell you later, or maybe I'll give it out on Discord if anyone's interested, if they know what's better at least. But that came in. Still waiting for the thermal paste, and so this is where we were talking about last week how my wife might take advantage of this moment.
Mhm.
I got something pretty expensive. This thing was like $300, and
Yeah.
she went out and got something for herself.
Uh-oh.
Very sneaky. Yesterday, well, today's Monday, the recording. Yesterday was Mother's Day, and she treated herself.
Gotta
With
treat
what?
yourself.
Yeah. With that in mind, she went out and bought a puppy.
Oh no.
Yes. We
Those
have
cost way more than a CPU.
Oh my god, duds! I have two kids and a dog already,
Mm-hmm.
and she's been asking about a golden retriever puppy because her mom's neighbor has a golden retriever puppy. Now she wants a golden retriever puppy, and I shut her down every single time because we have a dog. What do we need another dog? She wanted a German Shepherd. Now
And a
this
Doug.
pup,
You have a Doug too.
yeah, I got a dog, and it won't be here for like a few more weeks. It's too young, but she's already prepaid for it. It's already paid for, and yeah, so we're gonna have some more puppy pictures on the Discord.
Oh
I'm
man.
I don't like the idea of having another dog, but of course I'm gonna love this little puppy.
Mhm.
How could you say no when it arrives? And she didn't want to tell me right away because she was nervous. She knows how many times I said no, and she don't care. I got my CPU and she got her puppy, so
yeah,
that
you gotta
backfired.
take it on the cheek.
Yep, took it right on, taking it on the chin there, and yeah, I'll definitely put pictures out, and I still plan on recording this upgrade on the computer, just waiting on that thermal paste. But besides that, bad news. Kind of bad news. I mean, it's a puppy.
Everyone loves puppies.
You can't be mad at a puppy. But yeah, that's
Well, I
about
mean,
it for my week.
if we want to go bad news on puppies, the snooze monster over here, she had a vet appointment because allergies just absolutely kill this dog. Like, the problem with Suze is whenever something happens, she'll take it to the extreme herself. Like this allergy thing. It's normally not that bad. You can control it, and as long as we get to May, it's usually fine. But she'll lick until the black on her paws turn pink, and in between her toes is bleeding. Or like her ears. So how often do you clean out your dog's ears? Probably not that often. I have to clean her ears out every other week because it just gets so bad with earwax. Now, if she gets a little tiny itch in her ear, she scratches her ears until they bleed. Like, if you look at her ears in all the pictures I sent, there's no hair on her ears. And that's because as a puppy, she would just scratch and scratch and scratch. And, like, no hair has ever grown back. So basically, if we catch her scratching and stuff, it's like, okay, let her get the itch, but then you got to stop her because she won't. And, well, she had an appointment for the allergies Friday. Well, I come home today, and she has scratched in her ear so much while we were at work, it cut her ear, and now that cut's infected.
Ooh.
So I've got to, like, schedule an appointment. It's like, hey, can you guys get her in quicker than Friday? Because, like, she's got blood and pus in her ear, and
yeah.
It's like, I feel bad for her, but at the same time, it's like, she does it to herself because she won't stop. Yeah. And I get it. She's a dog. She doesn't know better. But it's just like, oh, if you just chill out. It's like, I don't want to put you in a cone for 3 months out of the year, but it looks like I'm going to have to.
Yeah, right. I used to work with greyhounds, and there were some greyhounds that had ear troubles more than others. Mm-hmm. So there are, those issues.
Yeah.
At least in that business.
Well, it's like I had a Cocker Spaniel, and then my mom's got poodles, and with those guys, it's like you clean the ears out maybe once a month, maybe once every other month. Just you can kind of tell when they're getting bad. But for her, it's like every other week, sometimes 2 times a week if it's a really bad week. It's just like, I have never had such a high maintenance animal in my life. That and she doesn't let you sleep. At 3 a.m., she's waking you up, licking and scratching. It's just like, now's not the time, dog. But anyways, I guess we should go ahead and get into the news because there's not that much of it.
Yeah, might as well.
So we got Snapshot 20W19A. This is going to have patches of blackstone and gravel will now generate in all the nether biomes, and patches of soul sand will now generate in soul sand valleys. I thought that was a thing already, but I guess not.
Yeah, I don't see the difference. Even the blackstone and gravel, there's really not much notice of it. There's like if you do see the blackstone, it's like 1 to 4 blocks of it.
Yeah,
at least exposed. There might be more underneath, but there's really not as much as you'd think.
Yeah, I mean, I would much rather have larger patches of blackstone generate and less bastions, but maybe that's just me.
Yeah, and there's always been like gravel patches, right?
Yeah,
that's not a new thing either, I don't believe, but they say so.
Yeah. Either way, I'm good with it. I'm good with adding variety to biomes. That's always a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The next thing they added was distance by strider statistic, so just another item to keep track of. Exhumavoid's video said like it doesn't work if you're in creative though, which is a little weird, but I'm sure that's a bug that'll be fixed soon.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get into some changes because there are some big ones. I say big ones. I air quotes, guys. Air quotes. Villagers can now spawn iron golems regardless of their profession status or latest working time. That's big because that didn't used to work. You had to design your iron farm based on the professions and trying to keep the villagers from grabbing a different profession block that they couldn't reach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this makes iron farms even easier now.
Right.
So, wonder what Groova's thoughts are on this.
Yeah.
Probably not very good, but yeah. I don't know. I mean, it'll make it a lot easier to get iron, which is awesome. You know,
Mhm.
I feel like they're taking just way too many elements out of it.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
don't know.
you want a little bit of a challenge, but
Yeah, exactly.
anyways, also bastions are now a little bit less common. I didn't really do a fly around to look, but
No, me neither.
they say that. I believe them. We'll see when 116 comes out because I think everyone on the Ripple Effect server is kind of itching for 116 finally.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Hashtag June 12th.
Yeah. About that.
For those who don't know what I'm talking about, that's not when the game releases. That's when I'm guessing the game is going to release. And me and Jimbo have a bet for one diamond block on who's going to be the closest bet.
And what is my date, you may ask? Tomorrow. Not looking too good, duds. Tomorrow's the 12th of May, and that was my guess. It looked like it was going to be out a little sooner until they brought in the Bastions and the Striders. I didn't see that coming, but I love the update regardless of when it comes out. And yeah, I'll be mining you some diamonds, it looks like.
Hey, you still have a chance to win.
Yeah, there's a mid date, but
I think May 28th is like the last final day you still have a chance to win.
But we're not talking about pre-release. We're talking about full release. Yeah.
Full release.
That's an issue.
Yeah, I have a feeling more than likely Omni's going to win, but I'm still going with the bet was between me and you, so I can still win.
Yeah.
But I'm giving Omni his credit. He's probably right, but I'm just going to say I was right so I can get that diamond block. Omni will take my diamond block in one of his games this season anyways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He'll make his diamonds off of us for sure.
For sure. Anyways, they've also lowered the amount that weeping and twisting vines grow when bone mealed. This is nice because that was one of my big complaints about them. They still have variety, but it's between like 1 to 4 or 1 to 5 growth spurts now instead of like 12.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes more sense. I could care less, honestly. I'm probably not going to use those too much. There might be like one of those things where you need them for something that's pretty important that I don't know of right now, but as of right now, it really doesn't matter to me how much it bone meals because I'm probably not going to use it much.
Yeah, I like weeping vines for decoration, but usefulness, I'm not a fan of either one of them. As much as it pains me to say, scaffolding blocks still better.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to use other things that get around.
Now you need shears to get an item when breaking nether sprouts. I didn't know this was a thing either. It kind of made sense that you would need shears because that's the way you have to do grass in the overworld. So, little change that it's just on par, I guess.
Yeah, it was the hoe. They did move it to the hoe because I remember when I was doing my playthrough, I could just hit the sprouts and get it, and then they turned it to the hoe, and now it's makes more sense as a shears with the shears.
The next tweak is spawning of mobs are more closely adhere to mob caps. Wow, that just came out all wrong. Tweaked spawning of mobs to more closely adhere to mob caps. They also, like, in your F3 debug screen for Java players, there's now a new mob cap section where it's like spawned mobs, and then it talks like monsters, and then you have 2 water mobs, and that's like squid and
fish are a different cap, I think.
Yeah, fish have their own mob cap now, but there's another water mob that goes with squid. I can't remember what it is. It's Guardian? Not drowned or anything. I don't think it's Guardian. I think Guardian goes with monster mobs.
Oh, yeah. The hostile. I don't know. Is there another?
Maybe passive? Squid are just kind of in their own thing, too. Oh, dolphins. I think dolphins are with squid.
Yeah, it's got to be.
But that's cool. It means that fish won't mess with squid spawns, which is great for ink farms. But I'm wondering, are we just going to get like a ton of fish now?
Yeah, I hope not.
That's kind of it for changes. I picked out 2 relatively big bug fixes for me. One is if you have the levitation effect, you can no longer tap the spacebar or activate the elytra and glide back down. I really don't like this. Like, if you guys were part of my Twitch stream where I went in raiding, I literally didn't do anything except for put my elytra on and use this trick. Like, I purposely made the dragon drop an elytra just so I could take advantage of this trick in raiding. Because it's such a nice, easy trick. And it makes in raiding so much easier.
I didn't know about it until I watched her stream. I was like, wow, that's really convenient trick, but here it happened to be a bug.
Yeah.
It sucks.
It just means I'll be doing ender pearls like crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my go-to when I'm levitating ender pearls.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess you could do chorus fruit too, but
yeah,
ender pearls gives you way more control.
Mm-hmm.
And the last big bug fix I found was mobs can spawn inside of wither roses. They now cannot. You can't have a mob farm just filled with wither roses. Now nothing's going to spawn except for, I want to say, a wither skeleton can still spawn.
Yeah,
in wither roses because it's not hurt by it.
Yeah, it doesn't affect them though.
Yeah, I think that's perfectly fine. It's a little OP to have a farm just of wither roses. But then again, I guess you could do magma blocks or whatever. Some mobs spawn. I don't know. No, I guess really only pigmen can spawn on magma blocks. I guess I'm not sure. I don't get into farm building.
the wither roses aren't too easy to get a hold of. I know there's some farms you can make. They're not very easy to get a hold of. That's not my go-to thing to kill mobs, is go after the wither roses, because it's so much work to do that to kill a mob when there's other ways, so it makes sense.
That being said, some of these wither rose farms are so powerful because like people are using that instead of an ink farm.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I'm contemplating about building one next season on Ripple Effect, because to me that's such a nicer way to get black ink.
Yeah, it seems like squid farms, there's just so much preparations nowadays.
Yeah.
You gotta like take out most of a river just to confine the space for the squid to spawn. It is a lot of work. I mean, I bet a wither rose farm isn't very easy either, but yeah, pick your poison, I guess.
It's a lot less prep work, I would say. It's like high risk, high reward, because if that wither gets out, you're screwed.
Mm-hmm. But you don't have to terraform for wither.
This is true. But that's it for the Minecraft news. Short week, little bit of fixes, kind of a lot of changes when you consider the iron farm changes. Don't know what effect that's going to have yet, but yay! Thank you guys. You guys are so cool. The guys across the street got dirt bikes, and that's their new thing, is to ride up and down a public road on dirt bikes as fast as they can.
Usually I can't hear inside, from your mic, but yeah, that was pretty loud.
That's their new thing. I'm worried because they usually do that until sundown.
Oh man.
So if it's a consistent thing during this podcast, I'm extremely sorry, but the guys are just rude buttheads, so that's all I can go with. Oh, here he comes again. I can hear him.
He's going to hit a ramp.
No.
Oh man, no, you're hitting ramps. No, I never rode one of those things.
No, he's just riding it down a public road that's 25 miles an hour, and he's kicking it like 70 through there on a motorcycle. Anyways, that's it for the news. Let's get on to what you got.
I have a little bit of news. Hermitcraft members Grian and Rendog raised over 80,000 pounds, which is just over 99,000 US dollars for the SOS Africa charity in the Hermitcraft charity stream this weekend. And this fundraiser, it helped feed South Africans that are in desperate need of food. So way to go, Minecraft community. And I think as of right now, it's over $100,000 because this was gradually still going up. And I just want to congratulate everyone, Minecraft community, that was able to donate, man. That was really cool.
Awesome.
And Rendog mentioned, how it was actually a pretty touching story how he told that, he wasn't able to help before, with people starving in Africa, and how he has like the ability to help now and how happy he is to do that. And I thought that was pretty cool.
Sorry. I was trying to wait out the dang motorcycle, but it doesn't sound like that's going to happen. I'm going to try to edit this out. Cal, I hate this. I'm so sorry.
I haven't heard it since at first. But
yeah, he's sitting in the driveway revving it up.
Jeez.
All right. Big news this week. Well, next week. We have a special guest. King B-Dogs, a developer from Mojang, will be on the show. And he's going to be answering as many related questions as possible. If you are part of our Discord community, you'll see that a new channel popped up for guest questions. That's where you guys should put them. And I look forward to really hearing all you guys have to ask. We've got a list of questions ourselves. We're going to try to get as many as possible. Granted, I got the feeling there are going to be some questions can't answer, but we'll try to pry as much information as we can.
Yep.
All right, so let's get to our Discord ads since we're talking about the Discord. This week's Discord ad is from C3PO. Thank you so much, C3PO. Take it away.
Hello, interwebs. I'm C3PO, a member of the Withering Effect Discord. A great place to talk to fellow like-minded Minecrafters and to get to know the people from the show. Sometimes there are even puppy pictures. Don't delay. Join the Discord today. Link is in the show notes. Toodaloo! DuDs made me say that.
All right, awesome. Thanks, C3PO. I'm going to be quiet again because here he comes.
Vroom, vroom, vroom.
Like I said, dude, he's going to be doing this all night, so I'm so sorry, Carl. I'm going to try to edit as much out before I give it to you, but it's going to be a lot of constant pausing and letting him drive by so we can get on with the show. All right, so block of the week. We ask you guys to vote on a lever, a campfire, and the dragon egg.
And the winner this week is Dragon Egg. Congratulations, Dragon Egg. Which is something that does nothing.
Yup.
Dragon Egg does nothing. People would use it at some point to take away bedrock, but that's like a glitch / bug type of deal. Besides that,
patched already.
Yeah, I think it actually has. So there's really no use for it. So it should be fun and difficult. But a few things about the Dragon Egg. It teleports when it's mined. It is considered a falling block. It will drop as an item if it falls on a non-solid transparent block, such as a torch or a half slab. The egg does not teleport if there aren't any air blocks available for it to teleport to, which allows it to be mined. Didn't know that last part.
Yeah. And coming up for improvements to the Dragon Egg, I was called out and I was said, don't say hatch a red dragon. Well, guess what? I wanted to hatch a red dragon.
Of course.
But I came up with more. So for my improvements to work, the Dragon Egg needs to be farmable. So I'm saying every time you defeat a dragon, it should spawn a new egg.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So, simple enough. And I'm saying you should be able to craft the dragon egg into a new material called dragon shell. Now, This dragon shell can be used like diamond and iron and netherite. You can craft armor with it. No tools, just armor. Now, what's cool about the armor is I think the armor should come with blast protection enchantment already on it and curse of vanishing. But that's it. You're not allowed to enchant the armor itself. It comes with those two enchantments, and that's it. But I want it to be highly durable, like it's the longest lasting armor in the game.
Okay.
The other thing that's cool is a chest plate will finally allow you to attach elytra wings to it.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Yeah. I mean, I consider the elytra wings and the dragon to kind of be one, so kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But I wanted to put some not so good things with it too, so it's not super overpowerful, and that's where the Curse of Vanishing comes in, because it's not super hard to farm the dragon, but at the same time, Curse of Vanishing makes that armor all that more special. And I have a feeling people would rather still have netherite armor, but the ability to attach an elytra to a chestplate is really cool.
Yeah, people's been asking for that for a while now.
Mm-hmm. I know I have.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Other than that, red dragons.
Yeah, and I will see your red dragons.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, before I see your red dragons, I might want to get into my improvements. And it does involve the red dragons. Also, the respawning of the egg. Because you don't get anything besides XP when you beat the dragon. Maybe, this egg can respawn every time. Now I'm gonna play with the Sky Island that I mentioned. I think I don't know if it was last week or the week before, but
Yeah, it was last week.
and so you take this egg and you take it to the overworld. You place it, but just like the egg of a turtle, it can only hatch on sand. Now you'll have to put this dragon egg on something. I want to say obsidian or crying obsidian, a rare type of block, and that's where it hatches. Now it just doesn't hatch just like that. You can't bone meal it to hatch. It takes some time, and what hatches is not a red dragon, but just a regular baby dragon. Now, this dragon is not hostile. It is scared. And what does it do? It flies away from you and it goes to the island. It finds an island for you. You have to follow it to get to this island.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm kind of going off the dragon egg theme and getting into another theme here, but you get to the island with the red dragons or whatever color you want. Maybe they're multicolored, but you need an enchantment apple or a notch apple, which is the same thing, and that's how you tame it. That's how you're able to get your dragon, and you might need a saddle to ride it. There's still
going all out quest with this.
Yeah, I mean, there's still things I'm trying to put together. I kind of was thinking about this today, and I wanted to involve the Sky Island because I feel like this egg has got to hatch. It's an egg, right? And why would it hatch anything else besides a dragon? I just thought
true.
It would just be neat for, like, even in a multiplayer server, like 10 members waiting around for this thing to hatch, and it hatches and they all follow it because no one knows where this island is. You can't see it. There's no shadow on the ground. It's hidden, and I never really gave a way to find it, and this would be a perfect way to find that island, and a rare way, which I think would go pretty cool with Minecraft.
I agree. But I guess that's it for Block of the Week. Do we want to get into our main topic of discussion?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, so I'm calling this the super early Christmas list for 117.
Mm-hmm.
So in the Discord ad last night, me and Jimbo were trying to come up with topics, and we had some lackluster ones, and we just couldn't come with anything. And then I had the thought, is it too early to go ahead and start talking about 117? And then I realized this is the Minecraft community. It's not too early for anything.
Yeah.
So with 116 starting to wind down and wrap up, let's focus ahead. And in the Discord, we asked you guys for some topics. We've got some we picked out that went with our ideas. So we wanted to bring you these guys and see if you kind of agree with us. More so, we didn't want just do a cave update, because that's what everyone says. We asked for some more in-depth answers, and I think we got them. And Jimbo, I'm going to let you go first.
Do we have one that's the same? Do we want to start with that?
Yeah, let's go with that.
The obvious one, concrete stairs and slabs.
Yeah.
I've been wanting them forever. I want to see it in 117. Probably not, but yeah, that's what I want. Probably don't expect it, but love to see it.
I'm sure this question will be raised when we have King B Dogs on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, man, you know you can make concrete stairs and slabs in real life, right? Yeah, it'll just be a poking fun question, but for you guys, I will ask it.
It's probably not the first time you've heard that.
It probably is not the first time anybody in Mojang has heard. Yeah, there's another one from a listener that we both have down, and J-Man mentioned a volcano. I don't want to say biome, because he just really talked about the volcano itself, and I thought that was a great idea, because my first thought immediately went to, we have warm water oceans, and if you could get an island that spawns in warm water oceans, maybe like a 10% chance of a volcano to be spawned there, and with basalt, black stone, and obsidian, you could make a really cool looking volcano.
Yeah.
It could also give you the chance to bring in palm trees, so there's a new tree type in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But You have some other stuff with volcanoes. What do you have?
Yeah, I brought up volcanoes too. I do want to mention it wasn't J-Man who brought up volcanoes. It was
Oh,
Gypsy and Dander. It was his suggestion or her
gotcha.
suggestion. Not too sure. They mentioned it in the Nether, but with the Nether update, we're going to move the volcanoes, in my opinion, to the overworld. Cause
Mhm.
what's in 1.17? A mountain update. We got a mountain update coming, and
That's
maybe they
true.
can squeeze these volcanoes in there instead of having like lava pools everywhere that's burning down forests. You one time I went to a woodland mansion, it was burning to the ground because there's lava next to it. I don't like seeing that. You traveled 30,000 blocks to have a burnt down mansion. So I'm thinking there's a place for these lava pools, and a volcano would be perfect. I'm thinking, maybe it can be activated with TNT. Maybe, it explodes, and I don't know if you'd really want that, but a volcano does explode, so maybe there's some way to activate it. Thought that would be cool.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm being really quiet. I'm hoping he turns that motorcycle off.
I was also thinking maybe you could put like a nether portal, like a active nether portal inside the volcano somewhere, or maybe the volcano itself has like a bastion type of maze through it, instead of just like a solid volcano mountain. Maybe each volcano has like a little loot in it or something, kind of like a mine shaft, but it's above ground, but you're still in the ground. And inside there, in the middle, instead of finding an end portal, you find an active nether portal, which isn't anything special, but
Mhm.
just something there for a little bit of lore because the nether is full of lava. The volcano's got lava. Maybe it's just a easy access type of deal.
One, I just had that cool idea. What if you could find fossils underneath the volcano?
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
Mm-hmm. Volcanoes was a really cool suggestion.
It really was.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a more bigger number one on my wish list, and that's better storage words
Management.
management. I feel like if you guys watched my last video, I like completely forgot how to make an iron golem. So
Mm.
it's like every once in a while lately, my brain has just like, oh, shut off.
When I was watching it and you couldn't fix that golem, I thought I forgot how to make a golem because I didn't see what you were doing wrong.
Yeah, it turns out it was the armpits.
Hmm.
Golems don't like stuff in their armpits.
Ah, didn't realize there's something in the armpit.
Yeah. Yeah, but inventory is getting out of hand, and shulkers have helped, but I think at the same time they really hurt because now you're carrying so much stuff on you. You have basically access to your entire inventory in the ender chest with shulkers.
Mm-hmm.
So I really kind of want to see something like a backpack, something that allows you to carry extra stuff that you can just open your inventory up and access without having to set a box or a chest down to gain access to.
Yeah, you can also combine that with your dragon egg armor.
Very true.
Maybe something like that. Maybe armor can hold pockets just to
Uh-huh.
have extra inventory spaces. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. What's your number two on there?
Number two I have is exotic mobs. Now,
Mm-hmm.
my list isn't really like in order, but I did put down certain things I would like to see. And when I say
Yeah.
exotic mobs, I brought this up before. You have mobs like skeletons and zombies, things that we're familiar with. But a creeper, a strider, a blaze, these things are made up that are exotic and we've never seen before. And that's something I'd like to see a little bit more of. Maybe they're designated to a certain biome where you can only find them in certain biomes. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Again, I really can't think of anything exotic to explain, but yeah, that's just something I'd like to see. The volcano could probably house some of these exotic mobs, some sort.
Well, leaning on that, I have as one of my what do you call it? Offset. I can't think of words tonight. I'm sorry. This motorcycle thing is just absolutely distracted me. But I'd like to see passive mobs that influence hostile mobs, kind of like how cats do creepers, something like
Yeah,
that. Maybe like if you do a volcano biome, maybe a monkey chases zombies or something
yeah.
cool like that. We have piglins that hunt hoglins. So to get more interaction between mobs like that, I think is super cool.
Yeah. Yeah, the hunting party and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool how they implemented that, and you feel like they could do a little bit more of that. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Going off of that, I want deeper lore. I feel the piglins brought in a vast amount of storytelling ability. I get Minecraft is your story, your world. You can craft it how you want it, but piglins and hunting parties and bastions give you just so many more tools to tell this story. I want more of that. I want more tools to create deeper lore. Like zombie pigmen were just, hey, it's a zombified pig in hell.
Yeah.
Go with it. But now we have piglins, and they become zombie piglins when they reach the overworld. And it's just such a better storytelling in this update. I want more of it. We got a little taste. I need more.
Yeah, I agree with that to the fullest. It's nice to have a little bit of lore behind the story.
All right, what do you have next?
I want to see more nether discs or updated discs in general. Because I mean, since the pig step come back or came out, it's like a modern style, and I love it. I love the upbeat tunes. A lot of the tunes are like, kind of easy going and just relaxing, and then you have pig step, which is total opposite. And I would like to see a little bit more of those.
I agree.
I mean, even if not in the nether, in the overworld, I'm sure there might be more in the nether to come. But yeah,
we need a guardian dub next.
There you go, something like that.
Oh man, if we got a volcano quote unquote island biome thing, we need like a steel drum disc.
Yeah, we can have a volcano disc, an island disc.
Look what you've started.
Hopefully they're writing this down.
My last one is more food. And by more food, I don't mean stews. I'm tired of the stews. You can't stack them. They're not efficient. I want more food like golden carrots. Something that's not a natural food in the world. Something that you can take different items and craft, like physically make a meal. I think golden carrots are so cool because you're taking gold and mineral and putting it with what is arguably one of the least popular food items in carrots and making the most popular food item in the game next to steak. And I think steak only barely edges out golden carrot, not because of its attributes, but because you can get leather as a byproduct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the whole reason I'm having steak in my own survival right now instead of golden carrots, is because the amount of leather I get as a byproduct is just amazing.
Yeah,
and I want more of that.
Yeah, and a friend of the show, Omni, he has a video of how to improve the food, and he improved the hoe. He improved the hoe too, and right after that, they come out with the hoe update. So that's already taken care of. But yeah, he has some good ideas on how to improve food because, like you said, there's only so many food you're really going to hold.
Yeah,
only a couple.
Golden beetroot. Give beetroot a new course in life.
Yeah, beetroot's due for an upgrade. That's for sure.
Yeah, so their wordplay. Course meal, course of life. I'm sorry, it's really bad. Distractions all around. I'm just thinking of all the editing I've got to do with this motorcycle now. But it's kind of it for the 117. I felt we dove in a little bit. We didn't want to go super deep because obviously it's super early to be talking about 117. But I feel Mojang's on a great path already with another update. So I hope they kind of continue in. I get 117 probably won't be as big as 116.
Yeah.
So I feel like some of our stuff isn't big updates. Like I think the volcano would kind of be an easy upgrade or integrate.
Especially when you expect the mountain update. It's something that could easily squeeze in there.
Yeah. And like I said, we have a developer from Mojang coming on next week. So get your questions in. We're going to try to barrage with tons of questions. We also have a huge announcement coming with that episode also that we've been planning for months now, I think.
Yeah, quite a few months.
Yeah, we've been having to do practice runs behind the scene.
Which some didn't go so great.
Yeah, some got recorded over by accident.
Yeah, that should only happen like 3 more times. Besides that, we got it. We got this.
Carl's just like freaking out in his chair right now.
Mm.
But all right, Jimbo, you want to read us out?
Yeah. If you like the show, you can share it with all your friends and on social media. If you listen on Spotify, follow us. Or if you listen on Apple Podcasts, leave us a nice review. Doing any of these really helps the show reach more listeners. If you would like to get in contact with us, send an email to podcast@rippleeffectsmp.com, tweet us, leave a voice message, or join our Discord where you can have a chat with everyone who works on the show and fellow listeners. All the links are in the show notes.
This show has been brought to you by Jimbo and myself, but also our digital producer, Carl. He helps make sure the show ends up where it should be, and not in an update that hasn't even begun being discussed yet. The amazing music you hear in the intro and outro is created by the one and only Decoy, and everybody's social media info can be found down in the show notes. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for getting with us. You should probably go drink your milk now. Bye.
See you guys.